Welcome to Tuesday Night Hockey. It's a Tuesday. It's just a random Tuesday, but there's 9 games on the schedule, so let's play. It's NHL, it's Daily Fantasy Stats Sprapp. I've got all the teams highlighted. Who's going to be the big scorers today? I'm trying to figure it out. I worked yesterday. I knew Pittsburgh was going to have a big night, and I thought Ottawa and Columbus would too, and they both did. So what does the file say today? Well, looks like Philly's been extremely hot. Calgary's been out of control. St. Louis, Winnipeg, Edmonton. These are teams you're going to want to pick up tonight. I'm going to take a lot of guys, many entries. But here's what I like. So going team by team. Arizona doesn't put up too much scoring, and they got a tough matchup against Chicago. Tobias Ryder's the nice cheap pick. He got a goal last night. He's kind of a sleeper. He's up there on the first line. Ekman Larson and Goligoski probably give you a solid 3 points on defense there. If you're going to pick up Arizona, though, I wouldn't load up on them. Buffalo. Buffalo can score some goals against Edmonton tonight. Edmonton is a little porous on defense, and Buffalo's been scoring lately. So, Okposo, O'Reilly, Ristolainen, McCabe's kind of cheap, I believe. Eichel may have hurt his ankle again last night, so I'd stay away from him. And then maybe stay away from Reinhart too if you don't think Eichel's going to be in there. Kane might pick up the slack, and Gianta has had some spotty hotness along with Zegmas Girgensons fourth line. Some cheap points there. How about Calgary? Calgary, like 8 goals the other night. So it's kind of distorted that most recent game. Everybody's all green. But they've been scoring lately. They also blew up at home twice, although they are on the road. So you wouldn't think it's going to be as explosive. But Bennett Chason and Gaudreau, I think you got to grab them. And Versteegen Monahan's been hot lately too. So yeah, there's still a lot of guys I want to take, although I don't really know what kind of offense they're going to put up against Dallas. Hopefully a better defensive team. Chicago, you got the big 4 up top, Panarin, Kane. I think I let Anisimov go there, saying maybe if you got to drop one of them, drop Anisimov. Duncan Keith, Seabrook on defense. I mean, Arizona's terrible, so you would expect some scoring. Jarmelson maybe get a goal on D. Panek's been putting up. Those are the guys I would grab. I don't know if they're going to have an enormous game. I kind of like Arizona's goalie because he makes so many saves. I think Mike Smith's playing today after his 58 save night a couple nights ago. All right, how about Colorado? McKinnon has not really performed in the last week, but he's still an extremely great player, so I don't want to lay off him. You still got to grab him, and if you grab him, then Mikko, you're probably going to grab Renton as well. Then Grigorenko can put up on defense. Rene Bourque in there might tip a couple pucks in. And then Duchesne. But I don't know. Colorado really has not been performing offensively in the past few weeks. So really not a safe bet to pick your guys on Colorado here. Next is Dallas. Dallas, I mean, you think they can put up some goals at home. That Sagan, Ben, Eves, it's expensive. Asa Lindell not on the power play. It's expensive. But, yeah, they should get some points against Calgary at home. Brent Ritchie's kind of a sleeper had performed a couple weeks ago. Stone, McKenzie, fourth line guys have been providing a little for Dallas. So you probably just have to load up on that top line. I wouldn't expect too much scoring outside of those top 5 guys. We have, what is this? Detroit and Winnipeg. Yeah, they have been scoring more than you would think lately. Moved Dylan Larkin down to the fourth line. Green had a multi-goal game. Probably continue to ride the wave of Mike Green, a former Cap. Vanek's been looking good. Larkin will still be up on the power play. I don't know if his price is worth it, though, but Zetterberg's strong. Mantha's strong. You got to grab him. Edmonton. They should see some goals. They didn't perform for me last week. They let me down. Late night when I grabbed that McDavid, Draisaitl, Lucic line, but they're only going to be quiet for so long. I think McDavid's recovered from his face concussion, even though I don't think he had a concussion. That was ridiculous. They made him sit out the rest of the second period when he slammed his face on the ground. All right, did look a little woozy when he came up, but just kind of stunned, wondering if he had some teeth. Clefbaum, Eberle, do you grab him? Fane is a new guy they brought in. He threw up a 4-point night last night, even without any goals, so maybe he's blocking some shots and hustling. Might not be. I'm sure he's cheap. Letestu might get the power play goals too, so you probably want to grab him. You think Edmonton's going to have a big game today. Moving on, we've got Florida. Ekblad, he's really steady with 3.5 or more. I think rough loss in overtime late last night. They are, hey, who are they playing? New Jersey? Who are they playing? I can't remember. I couldn't see there, but all right. New Jersey, you want to pick up Taylor Hall. You want to pick up Zajac, Palmieri, Camilleri, and Green with that big night. You may as well pick him up too. Devils at home, a surprisingly offensive team over the last month of November and even into December. So I don't want to be without Zajac and Camilleri if they do tend to go off, although it looks like they moved Camilleri down to power play line 2 instead of power play line 1. That seems to be a new change. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm still taking him. Still think he's going to price. He's still up on, or still with Zajac and Palmieri on the line 2 there. So that can provide Vernon Fiddler's your sleeper there who might pull something in. Next, Nashville. Ryan Johansson, Josie calmed down the last game, but they've been really in the green prior to that. Fiala is the guy that you want to have. I was upset I didn't take him after that 5.5 game when he had 10. It was predictable. He came out of nowhere. He's starting to play, so you want him. Subban, why not? Ekholm, Fisher, and Wilson. Colin Wilson, he's getting goals and fights and everything else. I like Wilson, so Wilson and Fisher too. If you think that Nashville is going to score, they have the potential to do so. You can see you end up with more than half of the power play lines if you do take those guys. Islanders. Why are the Islanders scoring? Well, they are. I made fun of them. I really only make fun of Arizona because the Islanders are looking like more of a team. I think they're going to put up some goals against the Rangers tonight. And yeah, I want Bailey, I want Tavares, I want Nelson, and I want Boychuk. And Anders Lee because he's up there on power play line 1. And Casey Cizikas because I don't know why he's putting up points. So I'm going to pick him up too. If you go to the Rangers, you can see that the Rangers had a big game last game finally. Who was that against? I guess it was that against Philly. I don't know who that was. But yeah, Stefan, Kreider, McDonough maybe, Zuccarello I always liked. So he was on like the Swiss national or Norwegian national team. He's good. Giroux. Okay, so yeah, Philly is the team that the file says go for. Philly's the team that's scoring the goals. So you want to load up on them. I'm not a big fan of Raffle. He did have a 6-point game last game. Simmons, maybe not Shen. Provorov is going to fire Provorov. It's going to fire some shots on the power play. I think it's on one of the power play lines. Del Zotto's been getting extra points. Van de Velde's your sleeper. You got to grab these guys on Philly. If you don't grab them, if Philly goes off, you are going to be pissed. So I would do it. Next we got the Blues. Tarasenko always a threat. Alex or Alexander Steen, you can take them both. His name's messed up in NHL stats and DraftKings. I have to change his name every time. Schwartz, Pietrangelo. Shattenkirk had a couple goals the other game. Perona, I like. Parayko's your steady for 3. St. Louis, dangerous team. Probably want to have them. Vancouver, I'm not really loving Vancouver. I do still like the Horvat, Burrows at the bottom. Spiza's been all right. Ben Hutton seems to be putting up above average points as a defenseman. Sven and Bo and Burrows. If you're going to grab somebody on this is the line I like because it's cheaper and it has a potential there to go 8-9 points. For those guys, 8-9-5 or something, if they really have a good run. So that's the line I want on Vancouver. And we roll up a Winnipeg. Line A Little, they didn't look like they were going to pull it off yesterday. Line A didn't. He was close, but Little still scored. They're very steady lately. I'd pick them up and Wheeler too and Stafford. There could be some goals in that game. So a lot of action tonight. Can't wait. Hopefully I'll come close to winning a big tournament again like I did last night because that was a lot of fun. And you want Philly, you want your Winnipeg, you want your St. Louis. You see Detroit's been giving up some goals. That's why I like going because you want your Jersey. Those teams you want. So Ken sucks out.